much. I'm Ainsley Harriot, and welcome to a very special Can't Cook, Won't Cook. Yes, many Simoons ago, I appeared in Red Dwarf as a gelf.
Oh, dear. What? What, you want my hat? My jacket? You want my jacket?
No, sir, he doesn't want your jacket.
He doesn't want me long johns, does he?
Not your long guns either, sir.
Well, what then? Me? He wants me.
Yes, sir. He says in exchange for the oxygeneration unit, he wants you to be his daughter's mate.
That's his daughter?
Yeah, that was some costume, wasn't it, eh? It was so hairy, it was like Robin Williams' back had mated with my old dinner lady. Yeah, I asked her. Anyway, I'm here today to combine cooking and Red Dwarf in a smorgasbord of entertainment. So, let's meet today's first couple, as we are going to play Can't Smeg, Won't Smeg! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest today is a man who knows how to use every appliance in the kitchen, mainly because he can screw most of them into the end of his groinial attachment. Oh, yes, of course, we're referring to the wonderful Crichton!
Mr. Harriot, sir, what an honour it is. I just can't believe I'm actually here with you and your hat. What a great privilege, sir.
Oh, thank you very much indeed, Crichton. Now, Crichton, you've brought along someone with you today who can't cook, I believe. Can you tell us a little bit about who they are?
Well, I would like to nominate Mr. David Lister, a man who has eaten so many curries that his bottom has been known to set off car alarms. Now, he only has one functioning taste bud, and so can only taste food that registers on the Richter scale. So, here he is. If underpants could talk, his would be... His would be like that. In fact, his would be speechless, but I kind of got it wrong. I kind of lived it rather than said it.
Oh, that's perfectly all right. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Dave with the ketchup lister!
It's an absolute pleasure. And can I just say that I really enjoyed those books you wrote about, you know, sticking your hand up a cow. Brilliant. Brilliant. Literature at its most literative. Brilliant.
He stuck his hand up a cow, sir?
No, it was in a book.
Well, he put his hand in a book and he stuck the book up a cow. Talk about a bad read. Was it a Jeffrey Archer?
Look, have you two just finished, you know, having a go at me?
Yes, of course,
Great.
Mr. A.H.
Oh. Yes. Did you get ribbed about that in school?
About what?
You know, having the initials A.H.
What's so funny about that, then? Come on.
Well, A.H. It's funny, isn't it? A.H.
I think, sir, I think he's referring to the fact that A.H. often stand for asshole.
We like a bit of that, don't we? Yes, we do. Let's get on with it, because now it's time to meet the other team. First, let's meet a man who won't cook, not because he's incapable, but simply because he's a total smeghead. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Arnold Judas Rimmer!
Mr. Harriot, I believe.
Yeah.
May I say what an absolute pleasure it is to have me here? And may I also say that I've read all your books, and that sequence where you stick your hand up...
It's not him.
Eh?
It's not the guy that sticks his hand up things.
Well, what does he do?
He's that TV chef from the 20th century.
Thank you.
Of course, you're the bloke who specialises in teaching people who can't cook to cook. Have you managed to get round to Harvesters yet?
Look, will you two just shut it, OK? Just shut it, let's get on with it, and let's get on with the show. Now, who have you brought along today, please? Come on.
I have brought along today someone who I can honestly say is not so much an associate and crewmate, but more an underling and gimboid. I give you Cat.
Bird curry, mate.
How am I looking? I'm looking good. My hair's good. My clothes are good. I'm looking good. Ow.
OK, so now let's meet the final member of the crew, the lucky girl who has volunteered to be our taster.
Well, she didn't so much volunteer, sir. It was lose the ippy-dippy.
Please welcome Christine Kolchansky!
I'm afraid I'm not going to taste anything today. I'm just not hungry. I mean, after all, it was only last week I ate a stick of celery. I mean, look what it's done to my bum. It's massive. It's like two hunchbacks arm wrestling under a rug. Any bigger, and it'll need a fire escape. Oh, God, it's so huge, it's like an American's. Just look at it. Please, what do you think? Look, huge. What? Tell me.
I don't want to make a rushed decision. Give me a couple more hours. Why do girls always do that? Why do girls always hit people when they can't think of a witty retort? Why is that?
OK, so now, we like a bit of that, don't we? It's time to rattle those pots and pans.
Before you get into this, I gotta say, I ain't been on any team with him.
What's wrong with me?
I'd give you a list, but by the time I was through, I'd be cold.
What are you talking about? I'm an excellent team man. Always have been. I get on famously with pretty well everyone. Apart from him. And that pompous, jumped-up mechanoid git.
You want to get someone on your team? You better get yourself a major kind of dog. Hello? These things more clearly. Wow. It's a girl. Thank God I'm wearing all of my coolest clothes. She's hot. These trousers might not be big enough.
Come on now, come along. I'm now glad that you've met all the team over here, but I want you to come over here, come over. We've got Rimmer over here, and I want you to show me all those wonderful ingredients that you've got to me, because we're going to make a superb recipe. OK, boys, let me see what you've brought me so we can cook some culinary delight. Come on.
Well, we've checked through the galley cupboards, and this is what we've come up with. A dead space weevil.
We've got some wine made from urine recyc.
Ah, the 52, an excellent year, very smooth. No aftertaste or hair loss.
Actually, that wouldn't really bother you, would it?
And also, we have a Mimian bladderfish, sir.
And I've got some rice pudding in the bowl I use to when I get my haircut.